Hello, it's Leigh here, and I'm very overdue for giving you this flip through of my art journal that I completed during my inaugural M.A.G.G.I.E May art journal challenge. So I thought I better do it. Okay, so we had 13 projects to do during the month of May. And thank you to everyone who played along, and a big thank you also to the people that watched all the videos and left lovely comments and the big thumbs up, so that was all really appreciated. So my first day, the prompt was star sign, so Sagittarius was what I did. That's mostly, if I remember correctly, a bit of collage and some acrylic paints, and might be some inks in there, can't remember now. But each one of these pages has got a video to go with it. And I did go along and put little tabs on the sides very roughly, just out of some scrap cardboard, so it's easier for me to find the page I want. Okay, so that was Sagittarius, my star sign. This one was family, vintage, history or old times. I really like this one. That's me with my great-grandfather, so I was about 2 years old then. And all the rest, the picture images that I've purchased. So I used texture paste and inks and collage, old documents, an image out of an old book, film star book, and so these pages, things here over on this page, that were purchased images except for this one here. So my story is she's looking over here at her photo album of her family, perhaps, and reminiscing. Okay, so the next one was Stormy. So this is my Stormy Ocean Wave. Acrylic paint and paint pen is pretty much all I used on here. I did write a couple of phrases in here. Quotes, that's the word I wanted. So that was the only real decorating that I did on the page apart from the paint. Now this one for the fourth day was words, quotes or soppy affirmations. So I did a really bright background and drew this leaf along it, and I wrote all my soppy affirmations in the leaves and along the stem. So there's a bit of stamping there. Lots of mark making. That looks a bit like bubble wrap, but I'm not sure if it is. Yeah, so that was a lot of fun to do. I really enjoyed that. I like to find things like this was that tree just happened to show up there. So yeah, it's good fun when you discover things in your artwork that you didn't realise was there in the first place. So the next day is I See the Ocean. And I've done a little bit of work on this one since I first did it. I've put this lady riding the whale or the fish or whatever it is into the image. It was just quite empty there. I thought it lacked a little bit. And I did a bit of outlining with a black Posca pen. So my next one is Music to My Eyes. So I used music sheet in the background. Now this one I had to do twice. So this is the one that you would have actually seen filmed and up in a video. This one I can't remember what went wrong, but it didn't film properly, so I had to redo it. So my quest when I did this one was to reproduce that fairly closely, but you know, same but different. So my music is all in the background, so I've got heaps of music paper on both of these pages. It was a substantial amount of music paper. There's obviously mark making, and there's texture paste here through an alphabet stamp, so I really enjoyed making this one. So this one is a bit more pinky purpley, whereas this one's a little bit lighter, a little bit less of the raw sienna. But I like them both. There's some elements. I like to mix that page and this page together. I think that'd be a nice mash-up. Okay, so day 7 is mark making or intuitive scripting. This one I had a lot of fun doing. It's got a collage background. I did have in the original this writing looked like that all the way across there, and I felt that it was just too much because I had this scripting here as well. So I just gave this part of it a light cover in that midnight blue paint, just to knock that gold back a bit, and then I think it looks better. There's a comparison photo of what it looked like to start with up in the left hand corner there. So the next one is What a Load of Nonsense, and this is really one of my favourites. I love this. This is so much fun to do. So playing cards, tissue in the background I think, or gel prints. I used these paper dolls that I'd purchased and put these big flowers on their heads. And this one, she was sitting, so I sat her on top of this polecat, and that was just delightful to create, and I love the way that one turned out. So Flighty Things is the next one. So it's all about butterflies, so there's lots of butterflies in the background. I used a serviette, a paper napkin that had butterflies all over it, and here and here I've used a stencil by PM Artist Studios to push some texture paste through and create some textural butterflies, and then the rest was just went a bit crazy with the doodling. So I had a lot of fun doing that, and then I found some text that I decided to stick in, and I'm not sure if that was in the original, but I'll have to have a look. But good fun to do. So my next one is Yikes, I Can't Do a Portrait. Yes, you can. So I used an image from a magazine to, I traced it onto tissue paper, or deli paper maybe, and then I glued that down onto my background, and then I've drawn and painted over the top. There's mainly acrylic paints in here, bit of doodling. These are crayons over here. Cut out a bird and then glued it onto a shoulder, and then I added this text here which wasn't in the original. So I really like that one. It's funny, it doesn't look realistic yet it's been traced from an actual image, magazine image. Okay, now this one, Collage My World. This is the best collage that in my opinion, that I've ever done. I absolutely love this one. They're all individual elements that I've cut out and combined some together. So I've got the elephant, this monkey, and then there's a flower, and there's some other contraption. They've all been made into one thing there. This one was a monkey or chimpanzee riding a unicycle with a flower on its head. So I just put everything together, arranged it, put all the tents in the background, and had these two main figures in the background as well. This page I actually painted blue and black towards the bottom in acrylic paints, and then I splattered gold and white over the top to create that sort of starry looking background. So I really enjoyed doing that one. That was so much fun, and I was so pleased with how it turned out. So here's another one where I combined things together. This man, he was holding something, but it wasn't that. But that is a head inside a jar. So, and I stuck him on a ball. Alrighty, so this one got mixed receptions from people. So yeah, so what I did was created this background, used a bit of acrylic paints, and I think this might be some collage in there. It's definitely some stamping. This was runs of paint. These images came out of a Collage Suit digital book. So that's the way I like to get them, because they're so expensive in Australia to buy that we're paying nearly double what they cost in the States. That was a watercolour dragonfly that I painted. So this lady I've turned into my goddess. I've given her like a halo of flowers and put some dragonfly wings on it. She's got nice bright birds looking down at her. A bit of mark making in there. So that was a lot of fun to do. I really love the way this turned out. Okay, so that was Fairy Goddess or Queen. Okay, so that was day 12. This is the last one, which was the 13th project. So this is a magazine page from Harper's Bazaar, I think. and the picture is of a lady reclining in a chair and she's taking a selfie of herself with a mobile phone. So I cut out the mobile phone and put this flower in her hand, replaced her head with another head, and jazzed up her clothes a bit with some crayons. There's acrylic paint in the background. So yeah, that was a bit of mark making. A lot of fun, that one. Really enjoyed doing it. And I've got this blank bit on the back here on my cover. I'll probably just glue my prompt list in there, I think. So that is my handmade art journal for my M.A.G.I.E May Mixed Media Art Journal Challenge. Okay, so thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that, and as I said, each page has got its own video, so there'll be links to all those videos in my video description box if you want to watch any of them. And I'll see you soon for some junk journaling. Alright, take care everybody. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you soon. Stay creative. Hugs and cheers from Australia. Hooroo.